Just landed out here in New Orleans, here for Tales of the Cocktail. Tales of the Cocktail is one of the top cocktail conferences here in the world. And you know, my name's John, bartender the CEO. Not only do I love competitions, I love everything to do with bartending. I especially love the community that bartending has helped put me in contact with. All amazing people. Everybody's built on hospitality. So this is a multi-day series event out here in New Orleans. Actually, I got in last night, where first had a chance to go see Speedrailz, which is an all-women speed craft competition. There's a girl by the name of Rye from San Antonio who competed in one of my competitions, who's competed in a bunch of competitions and is very good. And so she was competing in it. She ended up getting like a wild card spot randomly, and she made it to the finals. Unfortunately, a girl from Chicago ended up pulling it out, who she is actually massively impressive. But I'm gonna be creating a daily vlog out here, upload it to the YouTube channel, and really want to start using this YouTube channel as a way to give people an experience to some of these things, because everybody just can't make it. So one of the things on our to-do list is to meet up with Dustin. He is just going to show support. It's gonna be a Topo Chico event. And then we'll get some insights from some of the people that we meet. I get some random B-roll footage. This video is gonna be ugly, but I gotta start putting this stuff out there. Goal is by 2027, I also have a content library. You guys can just watch it and learn.
I do have to say, I think it's super amazing and cute that her mom's also here with us as well.
If I'm like, I normally drink a Manhattan, for example, you're like, but I want to try something new, and you'll be like, okay, I'm recommending this drink. What is the analog of this drink, I guess?
I think we can get there a lot of ways. If it was Manhattan, for instance, well, you like whiskey, how about something a little more refreshing? You love some of those deeper, darker notes, maybe a touch of spice. You can make that happen here to get a little bit that comes through from that syrup. If you're going to go the opposite direction, hey, I'm a giblet thing. Well, you love something refreshing, something that's a little citrusy. Actually, there's some really subtle citrus I think you'll really appreciate this cocktail. That's how I try to approach it myself. If you'd like to throw any others my way, I welcome the challenge.
Complements the sweetness and the maltiness of the Bushmills, but also the cherry highlights.
So I clarified everything today with agar. And the reason why I clarified everything is because
it was that 12 months of active therapy, and then the few months prior to my diagnosis that I was furloughed, and then the couple months afterwards, after my remission, where I had to wait and let my immune system kind of bounce back up, that totaled for about a year and a half that I was out of work. And when I finally did come back to work, I had atrophied in every sense of the word. I had a hard time staying on my feet for those 8 to 12-hour shifts. Shaking cocktails all night has caused me a lot of fatigue. I had become slower. My technique was less refined. And most importantly to me is that my creative and competitive juices were all but dried up. You can't drink while in chemotherapy, and so to try and stay away from that forbidden fruit, I had nothing to do with alcohol during that time, and if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So it took 2 hip replacements, a shoulder decompressive surgery, and then about 2 years total before I got to a point that I felt that I was at before COVID had started up. All the while kind of fighting back that demon telling me to get out and do something else. But then on a whim in 2023, I entered a cocktail competition and ended up being flown out to Italy as a finalist. And even though I didn't win that competition, the fact that I got that far and that I was there and had such a warm reception to my cocktail told me that this is where I was meant to be.
That goes into that whole mix over that sheer casaditis.
Yeah, the ability to like understand my craft really kind of opened a lot of doors for me, and having an understanding kind of like, you know, working with bartenders and then moving into the photography, I do work with a lot of the owners and everything, but it allows me to travel. And so I can go like, you know, before I even really landed on the island, I had potential clients. And it opened up a whole new world of being able to do that as well, while still being in hospitality, because it's really important to stay in that. I've been in it for
I love hospitality
20
people.
years. Yeah, it's crazy. This is almost 25 years now.
Just made it back to the hotel. It's been a long evening. I mean, this is an action-packed day. I mean, even just look at how much we had planned just based on what Henry said here. But break it down. What is your day one itinerary right now?
Day one itinerary, I kind of have to flip a coin between going to the Topo Chico party and the Provitas DAC off. After that, we're looking to probably get some lunch and link up with the rest of the crew before we go to the seed lip party later tonight, along with, give me one moment, blah. We also got the Art of the Poor by Will and Grandsons and the Tito's Shake Up, and that's before we hit the Di Serona party, and we have a cognac party, and then after that we're gonna end it either at the Lalo party or the Malbien Mezcal party. So that's all in the works.
It's impossible you hit all of that.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And now we ended up getting separated. Henry did his own thing. I ended up going to the Bushmills competition with Dustin. Had a chance to see a few competitors in there. They were doing some amazing stuff using the whiskey, making highballs with Topo Chico. Topo Chico also had an activation going up on the rooftop, pool party. They're giving out free cocktails. Man, this is a lot going on out here. This Tales of the Cocktail is actually pretty lit because you're getting these super specifically ingredient curated cocktails. They're bringing in guest bartenders to come in here to serve you these cocktails across the bar, which means these bartenders are getting an opportunity to travel out here. They're probably getting paid a good amount of wage since people aren't paying for cocktails, which means they most likely aren't tipping. We ended up running into some random strangers on the side of the street, me and Dustin went ahead and give us a little recap of the event here.
Tales is always a good experience as far as networking and whatnot. There's people in the bar industry that I still talk to this day from previous Tales that I've gone to, and you get a lot of ideas and inspiration, and you're not necessarily stealing other people's ideas, but you're kind of getting a little muse going as far as, oh, I should do this with my bar and whatever else. There's the cocktail component of it where you're learning about new spirits, drinks, and concepts, but then there's also the business side of it, and if you're like management or owner, that's really informative and helpful as well. As far as the event we just came from, the Bushmills contest, it's a highball contest, which you would think, highball is just whiskey and soda. You can't really grow on that, but they do, obviously, and it was good. And it's brought people from all over the country in. It's like California, Illinois, New York, and I don't know where the other competitors were from. But yeah, it was a good experience and something I would like to do again.
And then from there, we ended up hopping in the car with these strangers and going to a mezcal bar. It was on the outskirts of New Orleans, but it ended up being a Midwest takeover. Ohio, but a lot of Chicago people here in the building. One of them ended up being the winner from the Speedrailz tournament. And guess what? She's a photographer. I say, which one do you like more? She said the photographer. But all in all, great evening. I'm exhausted. I've been up since 5 a.m., hit the gym, and just wanted to go ahead and create this wrap-up, recap, summary. This is my first YouTube horizontal vlog ever, so it's going to be something that I'm going to be working on, and I'll get the hang of this. But pretty sure only like 10 people are going to see this. But as I get better, content will get better. I've never not gotten better. Hopefully this is valuable to somebody. I know it'll be valuable to me in the future. Peace. Signing out. Day 2 on the way tomorrow.